What is Devara for you and what is happening here? Tell us.
It's not only a film, but it's a journey with Koratal Shiva for many years. I mean, we've known each other since this movie of mine called Brindavanam. And Shiva was the writer for the movie. And it was this growth of friendship between me and him. And then when he started off as a filmmaker, my interest towards him, my respect towards him has only increased with every film he's done. But I mean, it was very tough for him to sustain that kind of blockbusters which he's delivered.
Right.
It's only because Shiva has nothing in mind but the story of the film. It keeps running in his head. He just needs the right space. He just needs the right people around him to just excel in it. And when our journey started, right before RRR released, so he came up with this idea of this protagonist. Usually in commercial mainstream movie, we have a protagonist coming from the downtrodden. You know, when there's absolute zero courage, the protagonist comes forward, gives courage to the people who needs courage, takes them and goes forward. But here there's a flip to Devara. So when courage is completely, when it's filled to the brim, when it exceeds, there needs to be a certain amount of fear. And the protagonist is actually trying to give in fear than actually give in courage. So that for me, was a phenomenal idea. And then we started our journey of Devara. And here, I hope we've lived up to the expectations of the trailer, and that's about it.
Talk to us about these action sequences.
Devara is, I've been, when Karan sir and Apurva sir and Anil sir, the three mascots of Devara, the three musketeers as well, when they stepped in, Shiva, when he narrated the script to them, and when they saw a few visuals of the movie, I mean, I was really shocked seeing their reactions. I mean, and that's when I came to know that, this movie will definitely work. This movie is, I would call it an action drama. It is extremely high on action.
Right.
I mean, Saif sir would definitely agree with me. There was some physically strenuous action sequence we both have been part of. Right. It is definitely high on action. Peter Hines, then we had Anil Arasu, and then especially we had Solomon, who's worked for RRR as well, the National Award winner. He has actually extensively worked on the overwater and the underwater sequences of Devara. And we've shot for about 38 odd days underwater and about close to 60 odd days overwater. So that itself was a chunk of 100 days to 80 to 100 days. So it is phenomenal action you probably haven't seen before. And the kind of water interactions, the kind of CGIs we've blended into those action sequences are phenomenal. So Devara is very high on action, and I would just can't wait for the world to see it.
That given the high expectations for your action-packed performance in Devara Part 1, can you give us a sneak peek into any particular intense fight sequence or say a stunt that you're really excited for?
So I can't point out on one such particular action sequence, or I definitely would not point out on one stunt or a sequence. But I'm sure Anil sir, Apurva sir, and Karan sir will agree with me. I think the last half an hour or 40 minutes of Devara is going to rock you all. So I can't wait. I just can't wait for people to watch that. The visual what my director Shiva had in his mind, and I just can't wait for the world to see it. that's.
And you're riding that giant fish. Talk to us about that. Talk.
Yes.
So how was it like?
No, I mean, like, you should tell me, how was that? How did it look?
We loved it. I mean, loved that scene.
Well, I didn't. I hated shooting for it. I mean, That was one of the sequences which really took a lot of time.
Giving us masala.
Oh, seriously. I was in a 200 by 150 tank, which was about 5.5 feet. And that shot literally took like almost a full day to get it right.
Tarak bhai, this one last question for you. What do you have to say to all your fans now when I'm sure they must have seen the trailer? Ab kya bolna hai? Ek aakhri cheez.
I always want to thank them for all the love and all the support they've given me over the years of being an actor. And I don't know. I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot I need to thank them for. But I would just this humble thanks. Thank you for being there with me.
Talk to us about Shiva sir. Is he like always this like?
Have you seen him answer your questions? It's always
That's what I'm saying.
it's like that long.
I was afraid
So
he.
Shiva is a master in especially when in dialogues. You know, if your dialogue needs to be so much for you to like, let's say a kilometer, for you to like express your angst or whatever it is, to express something. Shiva's dialogues are just 200 meters.
Right.
They're just 200 meters. So, and I don't know how he does it. He's extremely talented. I mean, I told you, I've been his friend for a very long time. We've been friends for a very long time. He just delivers the same expression in 200 meters. So it's like very few words, but the expression is so deep.
NTR Jr. and Janvi Kapoor. We want to see them in every single movie. This is what people are saying.
Even I want to do every single movie with Tarak sir only. I had so much fun. I learned so much, and I think everyone knows what a big fan of him I've always been, and I think I've become a bigger fan of him after having worked with him.
You know, I can see that twinkle in your eye today. It's something special. What is it that appeals to you the most when we release a trailer like this, whether you are a part of that film or not, as a cine lover?
As you just said, as a cine lover, as a cine goer, for me, I've grown up watching films in single screens. Like when I was 4 years old is when I went and watched a film in a single screen with my parents, and then that began my journey with watching massive cinema in cinema halls. So to me, every time I see a tentpole film, a cinema spectacle, it just makes my heart happy. Because this is what we're here for, right? We are here. What else we here for, as Kapil Dev says? We really like want to just like watch the magic of celluloid, just the magic of big mainstream cinema. So when I see a trailer like the Devra trailer, it just explodes. Like whether I'm associated with the film or not is really immaterial. I, as a cine goer, as an audience, as a fan, when I watch massive entertainment, that's all I'm here for. That's all I want. That's all I live for, literally.
સબસ્ક્રાઇબ કરો ગુજરાતી મિડ ડે બેલ આઇકોન પર ક્લિક કરીને મેળવો તમામ વિડીયોના ડાયરેક્ટ નોટિફિકેશન.